Welcome back, everybody. Well, this is day one of the next 21 days. We're going to be bringing you a daily video every day so you can see what life is like aboard sailing vessel Yab Yum as we prepare to leave the marina and start to anchor out to save money.
All right, the pulley's on the alternator. This pulley, it needs to actually tilt this way. There's no adjustment to make it go, so they're not 100% in line. And this belt, it may jump off or it may actually eat the belt. There's no adjustment because it's bolted here and here, so there's no way to pull that around. This can't slide back anymore because it's hard bolted, or it's hard housing here against the hard motor mount, so there's no adjustment. It's not like I can move it back and take washers or anything out of it. So that's my only issue with it right now.
Well, we spent a nice Thanksgiving with our family, all two of our sons and our son-in-law and our daughter, and we had a great time. And I came down to the boat to get things ready while Amy stayed for an extra 5 days with our daughter. The first thing I wanted to see was how the job was coming along that Glenn was doing, installing the new alternator as well as the new inverter and all the new stuff that we're putting in to be able to live at anchor. I also wanted to see if the rear hatch was finally fixed because it had been leaking even though we started the process of fixing it.
All right, the pulley's on the alternator. This pulley, it needs to actually tilt this way. There's no adjustment to make it go, so they're not 100% in line. And this belt, it may jump off or it may actually eat the belt. There's no adjustment because it's bolted here and here, so there's no way to pull that around. This can't slide back anymore because it's hard bolted, or it's hard housing here against the hard motor mount, so there's no adjustment. It's not like I can move it back and take washers or anything out of it. So that's my only issue with it right now. I don't know any other way to.
Yeah, you can see that's kind of out a little bit. That's
yeah. Oh yeah, it's not 100% lined up. How everything is charged.
Well, I'm glad to see too that belt wasn't too out of control. That would have been a real problem. Once it gets to the higher RPMs, it's got a little bit of play. It's a little flexible.
Yeah, that's why I would, and take this thing off and at least go back to Napa or somewhere and get you one so you've got another one on the board. We'll go with it. Because you got 3 batteries and you may be totally dead, it's to charge. It actually cuts this battery off, so it's not taking charge till those batteries are charged.
One thing that always gets me moving quick is going to see Amy, and I was really happy to get her text. She was close by, and I just kind of ran up to the parking lot to meet her. Hey, I'm here waiting for Amy to pull in. Can't wait to see her. I really miss her. Hello, beautiful. I missed you.
Missed you too.
Gotta keep it rated PG. So where'd you get this nice car anyway?
At the rental.
Ooh, it's nicer than the our one. Yeah.
Parts where it's wide enough where we could, it would be harder to know who else was there.
We could ring our ship's bell.
Yeah, we could, but that won't let them know we're there. It won't let us know who else is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See this nice Oceanus 45. How you doing, Captain? No, we're just restocking. Beautiful boat.
Thank you.
I didn't realize the General's boat's name was Reveille. That's very fitting, isn't it? Okay, let's start just with the inverter. Now this inverter,
Oh, wow.
is mounted here, and it's got a plug here
Hold on, I can't see.
for electric, and then there's also a USB.
Right. And to operate it,
Okay.
it's very simple. Other than just actually turning it on, and that's pretty much about all you have to do. Then you go ahead and plug in and use whatever you need to use. Right, because you're going to be using a computer and stuff, so you're probably going to have to run a cord or whatever.
Yes,
so
yes,
just unplug it, and when you unplug it, there's no actual draw, so it's not actually taking anything out of your batteries, but except for the little readout. So yeah, you could either just turn it off, and that's pretty much it. And that's really all there is to that.
Wow.
Right, and that's just pulling power from the batteries.
Directly, yeah.
Directly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's our new alternator. Let me get a light in there so she can see. Oh, you got it light. You want to take a look in?
Yeah, the alternator.
Oh, wow.
We got it on there now. Oh, and your oil leak. These were very loose, so I guess they vibrated loose over time.
Okay.
So yeah, all I had to do is just tighten those up, and I don't think you're gonna have an oil leak now.
Okay.
So I think you're good there. Just maybe come back and tighten them every once in a while.
Okay. So Amy, that's the new. That doubles our output there. Okay, and the batteries. We got two new batteries.
Yeah, you got the battery back here under the bunk, and then the one under here. Now, when you have to say get into this battery to replace it,
Or the bilge, yeah.
yeah, it's going to be a little more complicated because you're going to have to take these screws loose and the ones underneath, take this off the wall to be able to open this all the way up.
Okay,
Right,
gotcha. Okay.
Because of the grill.
And then once we open that up, we can just unscrew the terminals.
Right. There's a couple of screws that go this way in
Into
the top
of
the board, and then they'll slide the battery box forward inside the hole, and then there's screws in the bottom.
That take it to the floor. Yep.
Before,
okay. Yep.
Then the whole, once you take those screws out, this box will slide forward completely. If you just needed to replace the battery, you can actually just take this inverter off. The battery will actually come through the hole. It can actually lift straight out. So you wouldn't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when you're setting at anchor and your engine's not running, then you really put that on 1. That way you're not drawing anything off of number 2 battery.
Okay.
Because you always want number 2 battery fully charged and ready to fire the engine so that you can charge number 1 back up.
You turn the dial to 2 to turn it over.
Right.
We're underway
On number 2.
on number 2.
It's going to be charging all the banks because of the diode that we installed this morning.
Okay.
So the alternator will be charging all 4 batteries.
Right.
Hey everybody, well, it's getting towards the end of day 1, and we just have so much stuff to do. Amy and I have just been reunited here on the boat, so there's organizing and going through our list of what has to get done. So this is the fix on this sealant to see if we could keep this from leaking. Picked up some extra lines for free up here at the marina they gave me. It's always good to have extra lines. Now we also have to stock a ton of water because, as you guys know, we don't have our water tanks together yet, so we're gonna just have to calculate how many gallons of water we need. So the place is still in disarray because of the work that's been being done on the boat. We still have to unpack our stuff. Checking internet stuff. This is the cooler we're gonna have to fit out for try the dry ice. One thing about dry ice, you have to put this kind of styrofoam around it because it can get so cold it can crack the plastic on the freezer. We gotta refix this, get the bedding all reestablished, hope that this leak is finally fixed. But most important is the anchorages and the routing. This is just the active captain, but I also have my Navionics chart plotter on my iPad, and we got to calculate things. Lots to do to organize things and get everything put away, get everything secured. We also have walls to put back in. We took apart to look at the chain plates, which we are still in the process of dealing with. They're good enough for us to move things further now.
All right. Yay, we did it. Yep, the jetpack worked. We're in.
So at the end of the day, we got a lot done. I'm encouraged about that, and we have a lot more to do. So stay with us as we get ready to do our 21-day episode run.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our first day. We're going to be doing a daily video now for the next 21 days as we prepare to anchor out, to show you how to save money at anchor instead of spending so much money at marinas. Stay with us, and please leave a comment and a thumbs up. See you tomorrow.